Hello, everyone! Hello, and welcome to another episode of Late Night Sprites. Today, I am going to be talking about Spy X Anya Operation Memories. Yeah, I am a huge Spy Family fan. Kind of recent, though. At the beginning of this year, when this game was announced at that Nintendo Partner Showcase, I wasn't a fan. I hadn't seen a single episode, and a movie was on the horizon. But my friends really wanted me to see this show, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. What could possibly go wrong? Well, nothing went wrong, and everything could possibly go right. I am already caught up and have seen every episode in the first 2 seasons and plan on watching the movie as soon as it becomes available. But on top of all of that, I had my curiosity piqued enough to pick up Spy Family, or I should say Spy Anya Operation Memories. Now, from the get-go, you might see this game, and you might wonder, what is this? Is this like Animal Crossing? Is this like Tomodachi Life? Is this a life sim game? Is this like Stardew Valley? Is Lloyd Forger gonna pick up a sickle and harvest the wheat? To that I say, no. This is, for lack of a better phrase, a playable episode of the Spy Family game. And in all honesty, that's perfectly fine. This is a playable episode of Spy Family, where you play as Anya. Your goal is to make memories. To make memories, you have to go around and take photos, talk to people, talk to Lloyd, talk to Yor. Unfortunately, Bond you can talk to, but he doesn't progress the plot. All of this to fulfill Anya's project for school, which is to make lots of memories. You go to school and talk with her friends and her teachers. You go home and you talk with her fake family. Well, their spy family, I should say. You can boo me all you want. I deserve it. But with talking with certain characters, you help raise the meter. And when you raise the meter all the way, you get a cutscene. You get, like, a cool memory to put in the scrapbook, complete with a photo. But you can make memories in other ways too. Aside from making memories by talking to characters, you can make memories by taking photos. This game honestly reminds me a little bit of Pokemon Snap if you could get out of the car. You have to get the angle, the timing, and the focus of the frame right by zooming in, zooming out, and so on. Like this. By doing so, you will be rated on a certain number of stars. And you do that to fill out... Come on, Bond, do it! Oh, no! But these photos can be a little tricky. Getting everything just right is a little tricky sometimes. Finding the exact right angle for something can be a little tough. And if you're like me, sometimes you will end up with just 2 stars. But that's okay. Because at the end of the day, this game has a very unique feeling to it. The feeling isn't to complete the story as fast as possible. The feeling isn't to do everything all at once. This game has a very relaxed pace. At the end of the day, after taking your photos and talking to characters, you can play mini games to earn play points. The teal thing you see up in the corner. You gain Eurekas from taking photos and talking to people. That's the 194. And you can use the play points to buy outfits, to buy items that help you with a part of the game I'm going to get to later, and to buy just all sorts of other things. You can earn more of these play points by playing a mini game at the end of every night. These mini games can go from bowling and cooking, to playing card games and dodgeball, to even playing as Lloyd and Yor, doing their spy and assassin jobs respectively. There's even these P2 missions that you have to unlock that are literally recreations of classic Namco games. And I absolutely love them. There are these two categories that let you do these like dream sequences for Anya involving Anya and Bond. And you can't go wrong with that. This one is the one I'm going to show off today, which is just straight up Pac-Man. If you listen closely to the music, the jingles, and as you can see by the maze-like map, this is literally just Pac-Man. This made me super excited when I saw it because there are some other mini games like this within the game, and I think that's awesome. From the get-go, when this game was revealed, it made it look like you were just walking around as Anya, maybe taking a photo or two and talking to people. What this game ended up being was a really chill minigame collection where you get to experience the show. There are so many references from top to bottom in this game, and they're all incredibly well done. For example, when you go out shopping, you can have a dialogue tree option, just for some fun flavor text. And with that dialogue tree option, Lloyd will be like, hey, what do you want to get when we go shopping? And you can ask for a pistol with a silencer. There are plenty of other references to specific episodes, and when you fulfill up the character conversations, sometimes they literally just reenact the show. They will reenact specific episodes and leave you with a little photo memory of that, which is just great. This game may seem just like a typical Animal Crossing slice of life game at the very beginning of it, but it's not. There is so much to Spy X Anya Operation Memories. But unfortunately, there are a couple things that people may see as gripes. One of them, for example, is that the game is only in Japanese, and I know the English voice cast of this show is very beloved. Maybe they'll add it later, who knows? Or maybe they'll make another Spy Family game, and then you will get the English as an option, like they did with the My Hero games. But from now, it's in Japanese. But also, everything I described, what you see is what you get. You get some mini games, you go to school and talk to your friends, you go home and talk to your spy family, you take some photos, and go, and so on and so forth. Earning points to unlock more outfits, unlock items that enhance said outings, which I will get to in a moment, because the outings are a very big aspect of this game. I would say that the mini games and the outings are some of the big strong points of this game that are the, I would say, big moments in between the dialogue, in between the story beats. The story is a slice of life concept. All you are doing is filling out a manual, or not a manual, a diary for Anya. You are filling out a school project every day. And I feel like that fits the tone of the show, and that's why I said earlier that this is a playable Spy Family episode. You have dream sequences, which Anya has all the time. You get to play as Lloyd and Yor, which she gets to experience whether she's helping them out or she's reading their minds and hearing about it. You get to hang out with Bond, and any game that lets me hang out with Bond, I am totally on board for it. I love the fact that instead of woofing, he says borf and bloof. I love Bond so much. And then you also get to play Pac-Man. Truly an average day in the average life of someone who lives in a spy family. You go to school, you go on missions, and you play Pac-Man. And instead of the cherries, you get her stuffed animals, and I think that's great. The presentation of this game is so charming. I can't deny that I love the facial expressions, which for those people who are really big fans of the show, I would absolutely say that the facial expressions are phenomenal. And yes, she does do the heh face that everybody loves that got memed to the moon and back. She does do the heh face, and I absolutely love it. But the facial expressions are great. The dialogue can be really funny. The game is just charming. And before I get to the outings, I'm gonna give some of my gripes at the game. Some of the dialogue recycles pretty quickly. Like, you will run into some of the same lines over and over again. Like, when Anya wakes up in the morning. See, there's the face. There's the meme face. You get a ranking at the end of every minigame. And honestly, I aim for the A rank. Because you get the meme face. But then you also fail. Those are raffle tickets. If you do specific missions and fulfill specific memories, you will then get the option to basically get raffle tickets to unlock outfits for free instead of buying them. But after playing a minigame and talking to your friends and family, you end the day, and every 3 days you go on an outing, or as Anya calls, an ooting. And on these ootings, you take special photos, you make special memories, and you do that to unlock more areas to go on ootings. And after going on those ootings, when you unlock new areas, you unlock more mini games. As you see there, you have less Eurekas. Like, if you don't have 100, you can't play a mini game for real, and it will be counted as practice. But that is also kind of cool. You get the ability to practice every single mini game from the get-go. And you can do that from the main menu. And in the context of the story, you get to practice them as you unlock them. Now, with the minigames, one other thing I do want to point out, so I will show in the form of practice, is that, well, I'll show it later, is that every minigame has 3 levels. An easy, a medium, and a hard. So, let's get into the gripes of this game. Let's talk to Bond about it. So, some of the gripes, as I mentioned, like this scene right here. This scene gets recycled a lot. There is some recycled dialogue for every character, and it's fine. I'm okay with it. You don't want a novel's worth of dialogue in a game. I get it. But that is a gripe. Second of all, this game has a little bit of a too relaxed pace. As I know I praise the relaxed nature of this game, the start of this game is a tad slow, because you only unlock 2 areas from the get-go, and by doing that, you are spending about 6 in-game days, or 6 in-game days, I want to say about an hour and a half in real time unlocking areas for more outings to unlock more mini games. I would say once you spend about an hour and a half in this game to 2 hours and you have a good amount of mini games, the game really does pick up, because then you can go to school, go home, play a different mini game at the end of the night, rinse and repeat. That's one of the gripes. I mentioned the Japanese-only voice acting. And also, I'm playing this on the PS5, and this game chugs every once in a while. I get a small little, like, frame skip, and that is noticeable, I should say. But the good outweighs the bad in spades in this game. The dialogue is really funny. This game is packed to the brim with references. Just so many of them, from the outfits to the dialogue options. And that is where this game becomes a bit of a double-edged sword. I will say that Spy X Anya Operation Memory is best played for Spy Family fans. That is the demographic for this game. This game was made for Spy Family fans. It has a fun minigame collection. It lets you play as Anya, who is many people's favorite character, including mine. You take fun photos in a gameplay style, as described earlier, that I can only describe as Pokemon Snap if they let you get out of the car. Interacting with characters, both main characters and side characters from the show, and making memories. My recommendation, if you do pick up Spy X Anya Operation Memories, is to do a couple in-game days and 1 or 2 outings at a time. The gameplay may grow repetitive during long gaming sessions, but I don't think this game was meant to be played at a brisk pace, unlike, say, other anime games, like a Dragon Ball Z game where you want to blast through the story, and for some reason we always have to start at Raditz. Why do we always have to start at Raditz? You know what? That's an argument for another day. I'll see you when Sparking Zero comes out, and we'll have a long talk about that. But the game will seem repetitive if you play long amounts of it. The game will seem absolutely like, oh my gosh, I'm just talking to people, playing a mini game, and going to bed. And I think the pacing of this game is meant to be relaxing. It's supposed to be like watching a couple episodes of Spy Family before you go to bed or while you're eating lunch. It's supposed to have that pace of just enjoying life. Because sometimes life is like a bag of mixed nuts. Sometimes there are some nuts in the bag that you don't care for, but you keep picking through them to get the peanuts. And to say that this bag of mixed nuts is actually pretty good, and that there was more variety in this bag than at first glance. As you see here with the outing, one of the big moments of the game, you have to play the minigames to unlock specific items to get a super cool option. By doing the super cool options, you will then clear an area and unlock even more. And as mentioned earlier, it's all about focus, aiming, and timing. Like that. You want to capture the comedy, the heart, or just the wholesomeness of a moment. This game is a good Spy Family game. Also, you only get 5 chances on your photos, so don't be like me and waste all of your photos on the, first attempt. Because trust me, I've done that before. You don't get... This isn't like Pokemon Snap, and the fact that you get unlimited photos... You only get 5 chances per photo. So don't be like me and take 4 photos from the get-go and end up with only 2 stars. Don't be like me. But once you use all 3 super cool items, as you see here, you unlock the final one to complete the area. And they make you do it. They cut off everything. They cut off everything. They want you to do the big special one that allows you to unlock areas on your outings. And you have to do one final photo for the area. And these ones are also extra long. As you see, you get to see the amount of time it takes at the very top. These usually are way longer than every other photo that you get an option for. As you see here, you might have to wait till the very end in order to get the super duper cool photo. And I did not. So I only get 2 stars. It's fine. It's all good. But I think now you get the gist of Spy Family Operation on... Spy X Anya Operation Memories. Next time, Namco, if you're going to make another game, please, for goodness sakes, Please just name it Spy Family. You do not want to know how many times, probably even just in this review, I called it a Spy Family game when it is called Spy X Anya. But yeah, now I think you get the gist of it. There are one or two other details to talk about, though, in this game as you complete it. First of all, the presentation. Amazing, super charming, captures everything we love about the show. Absolutely phenomenal. The music also sounds like music from the show. They used a lot of jazz akin to that from the show, and that's great. The voice acting, expression, and character models also look great. I mean, look at Bond with his little hat. The outfits, there are tons to unlock, thus adding a bit of variety to the game. The mini-games, there's about 20 of them, thus adding variety to the games. And the game is full of references to the show, which, again, I will state, play this game slowly, and especially play this game if you are a Spy Family fan. But we will end this on the title screen. We will end this on the title screen because the title screen is also, like, really cool. Let me see here. We're gonna do that, and back to title. Don't worry, game. I did just save my game. Because like a good spy, you always save your game more than once. But thank you for joining me for this very fun episode of Late Night Sprites. I am going to be trying to get some more reviews, editorial podcasts, maybe even like an essay or something out at this point. We are just going to keep testing the waters till we see what floats. But thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. Stay tuned. I upload shorts multiple times a week. And thank you so much. I will see you on the next episode of Late Night Sprites. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. I am Homecoming Hero, and I will see you next time on Late Night Sprites. Take care.